If no one gets anything, oh, recording. Okay, so welcome to our Sunday night Keeping It Fresh Zoom call. Welcome from wherever in the world you are. I know we've got people from Spain and America on tonight, which is just amazing. I love that about this business, that it just doesn't matter where you are in the world as long as you got a Wi-Fi connection. So just before I get started, I'm just going to say that if you don't understand anything in the call, then I'm going to try and leave time at the end for questions, or you can literally just interrupt me. It's fine. Sometimes I need interrupting. Please feel free to just ever ask a question. There is a chat box on the app as well if you want to flash up the chat box. There is, if you want to ask anything throughout the call. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing with you what we have this evening. I'll introduce myself in case some of you have never met me and you're thinking, who is this crazy chick? So I'm from England. I'm from actually the north of England, but I live in London now. And my name's, I should have said my name first, sorry. My name's Natasha Minter. I got introduced to this incredible story that I'm going to tell you. Really, I'm going to share my story with you first, and then it kind of makes a lot more sense. If you don't know anything about the school, basically someone's invited you to the school because they either really care about your health, or they really think that they've got something that they can share with you that is possibly the most exciting business opportunity I've ever been presented with. So basically my health story really, and how I got introduced to this way of life, and why I now have the privilege of calling myself a health mentor. Sorry, I just remembered I need to talk slowly, sorry. Is when I was 16, I got diagnosed with adolescent scoliosis, which is basically a curvature in the spine. So I have like an S spine, an S curve in my spine. And at 16, doctors told me I would never be able to run again, and I would never be able to go on a trampoline because it would cause me too much pain. Cutting a very long story short, I'm 23 now, so that was 7 years ago. I can't believe that was 7 years ago. I'm 95% pain free. And my back pain was so severe before I got introduced to these products that I was waking up maybe 4 nights a week in pain. Every morning and every night I would ache. I couldn't go to the gym quite regularly because it would just be too sore. So before I got introduced to these products 2 years ago, that was just my life, and that was normal. And weirdly enough, we all have aches and pains. You could speak to anyone. I know there's someone on the call tonight that I specifically invited because he just told me he was ill, and I was like, duh. I'm not saying I'm superhuman, but I really need to mute these conversations coming through on my phone. I'm not saying I'm superhuman, but I managed to recover much quicker when I take the products that I do, and I'm nowhere near as sick as I used to be. I get sick much, much, much less regularly now. So the products that I got introduced to basically affected me within 3.5 weeks of my IBS. I no longer have IBS, and my back pain, I ran a half marathon last year because I wanted to do a big, sorry, drop the phone now, to every single doctor that told me I would never run. And I now work out. My goal is to work out 4 times a week and go running or walking every day. So the fact that I have massively switched my world upside down is just, in my opinion, I couldn't be, happier for my health and myself, because we are all supposed to exercise, and doctors told me forever to not to, So that is really where I'm at with my health. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. And obviously, if you've met me in my other career, I'm actually a full-time model, and it's really important, no matter who you are, to look after your health. But when you're a model, you have every single pair of eyes watching you. You go on shoot and everyone's changing you and watching you all the time. And it's really important to make sure that you're confident, and that you are, happy within yourself and your own skin, because as a model, it's so important to be, because you are constantly getting, it's funny, I said to my boyfriend today, that you're constantly getting prodded and poked all the time, because that's just the industry that I've fallen into, which I'm utterly grateful for. But the nature of the game is to make sure I look good, right? So before I go on to anything else, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this girl talking about? What are these products? What has she been taking? It's not crack. So the products are actually called Juice Plus. They are whole food nutritional plant-based products. I'm on a call, please. They are whole food nutritional plant-based products, and they are 100% natural. There's nothing but food in them. So if somebody turns around to you and says, oh, I don't take supplements. Well, they're not really supplements in the sense that they aren't made in labs. They have no chemicals whatsoever. All the fruit and veggies that goes into the capsules is better than organic because it has no herbicides or pesticides anywhere near the growing of the fruit and veggies. And if you didn't know, like, you can buy organic fruit and veg now and it still has herbicides and pesticides on it, which is just poo, you know? Like, what are we supposed to do to really look after ourselves? Like, you can't even buy organic now without being guaranteed, like, having herbicides and pesticides on it. And let's face it, like, we are not getting enough nutrition from the food that we eat nowadays. Like, the fruit and veg that you could buy 20 years ago had so much more nutrition in it than what it does today. So that is why eating your 5 a day, which most of us don't do, like, I want you to just ask yourself, have I eaten my 5 fruit and veg today? Were they of really good quality? Were they all different colours of variety? And did I eat enough to class as one of my 5? And the answer is probably no. And that's quite sad in my opinion, because it's quite hard, even on a day off, to make sure that you get that in your body. So the amazing thing that Juice Plus does is it really helps bridge that gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. No one eats 5 a day anymore. And to be quite frank, 5 a day is ridiculously low. We are England, I can't talk tonight. The UK is the lowest country in Europe that has the required fruit and veg. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. What I'm trying to say is all the other countries in Europe, their requirement, their 5 a day is actually like 8 a day or 10 a day or 15 a day. Like, it's much, much higher. So when you think about that, you have to actually be like, why is our country so low? And why have they set such a lot of people think 5 a day is unrealistic, and actually, like, it is, unfortunately. But my mission, and a lot of our mission on this call, is to really make sure that we can show other people that it doesn't matter how busy you are, you can take 6 capsules and get 30 different varieties of fruits and vegetables, which is just awesome, in my opinion. So Juice Plus is grown in North America. It is, like I said before, sorry, I'm just still getting messages. It's putting me off so bad. It's grown in North America, and it is picked when it's at its ripest form, which means it has the most nutrition. And then basically kind of like skipping through like what the different capsules mean. You have 3 different pots. Again, every week, this is me, I forget to get them ready. We have 3 different pots. Let me see if I can show you without dropping my phone. This is really awkward. So we have green, purple, and red. So I hold them up one by one, okay? The green ones are the veggie ones. And basically, these are full of cruciferous leafy green vegetables. Things like broccoli, kale, and spinach. So they're full of energy. That's where I get all my freaking energy from. Then we have the fruit ones, which are the red, and they have things like papaya in them, which are really good for helping your cells repair back together. So if you are someone that, you do get ill quite quickly, then they can help your cells repair back together quicker, and just means you're not ill for as long as what you normally would be. And then we have the fruit ones, the berry ones, oh my God, which are full of antioxidants because they have the berries, which are amazing for things like your skin and your hair and your nails. So the 3 together work as an orchestra effect. You can't buy the pots separately. You can buy the 3 together, or you buy the fruit and veg, or you buy the berries. But most people that are ambassadors for the company will always recommend the 3 because they're designed to work together as an orchestra effect to give you the whole food nutritional benefit. So if you're thinking, okay, well, this all sounds great, but what about the proof? Where's the proof in the pudding? We all have a million different stories each. You're just about to hear 2 from some amazing people I have in my team. And what I also want to say to you is Juice Plus is actually the most independently researched product in the world for nutrition. So not only do we have the amazing stories, not only do we have the amazing way that it's grown, not only have we been around for 26 years by a company that's 45 years old, the company's mission statement is purely to inspire healthy living all over the world. But then we also have the science. So if you meet someone that's, a science to the core, or whatever, then you can just throw all the 35 clinical studies that we have on them in the 35 journals, that are at a gold standard. They are peer reviewed and they have all been double blinded, which in scientific, I am clearly not into science. In sciencey terms, like, that is bang on. So the one last thing I will say before I move on to the next range of the products, I always spend so long talking about the capsules. I just can't help it. I love them so much. So I'm really sorry. Is that they are 98% bioavailable, which means it goes straight into your bloodstream. It's very different to anything that you can buy from something like Boots or Holland & Barrett, because unfortunately, who are they made by? Men and women, but it's man-made, right? Juice Plus is grown on trees, full stop. So the product range that links to the capsule range is the product that they started it with, and alongside that they have the Children's Health Study, which is basically where any adult can sponsor a child under 21 to get free products up to 4 years, and that's just by signing up to the products for a year, and you pay an extra £2 a month to get the delivery. And basically they did that because 15 years ago they decided that they wanted to actually inspire future generations on how to live healthier, which is amazing. How many companies do you know that give free products to children? Like, not enough. And the ones that do are like things like McDonald's. So the next range is called the Complete range, which is basically originally designed for Olympians. We have the shakes, which you can have the smoothies, and they basically, sorry, I can't stand these, which basically we have Olympians like Mark Colborn, Novak Djokovic, and Bear Grylls takes the products as well. And so the shakes are full of complex carbs. They have slow releasing energy, low GI, so really amazing for pre and post workout, but also really good if you don't eat enough throughout the day. The brilliant thing about the Complete range is it was designed for people to bridge the gap between how many meals they eat and how many meals they should eat. So we also have bars and soups, which are, very similar kind of concept to the shakes. And we have plant-based Omega coming soon, which is awesome. So all those vegans out there that aren't getting the Omega that they need can now get plant-based Omega. Plus, obviously, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fish oils, but wouldn't it be nice to get a plant-based Omega in our lives? So I'm really excited for that to launch next year. And in America, they have this amazing thing called Tower Gardens, which I'm not going to talk too much about because I just really want to get people sharing their stories. But it's a really, really incredible thing that's going to be coming to Europe soon. So yay, can't wait. Okay, so I'm actually going to ask Monica. Here she is. Sorry, I couldn't find her on my screen. Monica, please show us your story.
Well, first of all, one of the things that I noticed initially after taking the capsules and the shakes was the fact that my bleeding gums within a couple of days had a huge improvement, and I was literally gobbing out blood, and so that was one thing. But the latest discovery is the fact that I've got something called hypermobility, and people think that it affects joints. It does. My left shoulder dislocates and things like that, but it also affects your
Oh no! Oh
no! Capillaries, your blood vessels, and so on. So
Monica, your signal's gone really bad.
Really easily. And at the moment, again, oops, sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? No?
Oh yeah,
yes?
bit better. Yeah. You kind of were like talking like a robot for about a minute, so sorry.
We
got
sugar.
To the bit where it said muscle, it gives you bad bruises. I think that's what everyone can work out.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, and also I was diagnosed with something called Raynaud's syndrome, which was cold fingers and cold extremities, but it's not that. It's also down to the fact that it's the circulation being affected by the hypermobility. So yes, so at the moment the greatest thing I can report is that firstly, if I have bruised at all, which has been very minimal, it's disappeared within a couple of days, and that's just absolutely phenomenal. So that has not happened to me before. I mean, usually I'm sort of just covered in bruises and I look like I go home and get beaten up or something. So especially if I'm in the gym in shorts and things like that. So yeah, and I don't know if there's anything written up about that, and a lot of doctors don't even know about the fact that there's different effects that happen from the hypermobility other than just joints. So I've had some friends that worked in a particular hospital in St John's Wood in London, and they were starting research into it. So yeah, so a lot of swimmers, all ballet dancers, men, women, they all tend to be hypermobile, which is fine. But there's a lot of other things that come with it that nobody knows about or tells you about. So yeah,
wow,
so, yeah. And I'm just looking at Bruce. It's like, where'd they go? They were there a couple of days ago. Where have they gone? So
oh
yeah.
my god, that's so amazing.
yeah, something different, you know.
Yay, I'm
I,
so happy for you. Oh my God, that's so awesome.
yeah, and I've
And
never
Monica,
ever had that. Never. So there's got to be being on the stuff because, you know, because I've had this all my life. I was born, you know, with the extra collagen or all the different types of collagen, which is the thing that causes hypermobility. So, yeah.
wow. Holy
Mm.
cow, that is awesome. Oh my God. I'm so shocked. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
try and wrap myself back up together. Monica told us earlier, we have a WhatsApp group of our team, and Monica told us earlier that she had something like she said she'd do her product story because she had an extra thing, and I was like, can't wait to hear. Don't tell me that. I can't wait to hear. So I'm so over the moon for you. Like, that's the
Yeah.
amazing thing, is that even when you introduce someone to the business, which I'm just about to introduce to you, even when you introduce someone to the business, like, the fact is, the only rule of being an ambassador for this amazing company is that you must be on the products too, because otherwise you're a salesperson, and that's one thing we're all not. And number one, people hate being sold to. And if you always, you know, you come from a place of integrity and you come from the heart, then you're never going to sell to anyone, because Monica's, all she's going to do now is share her story with people, and people will know someone that has hypermobility or, you know, anything like that, and people will be able to go, oh, my friend, maybe you could help her. And you know, my scoliosis, like, I would love to help everyone with scoliosis, but the thing is, I can't guarantee that it's going to change the next person, but at least I could try, you know. Whereas if I'd never taken the products, I never would have had my own story. Monica never would have had hers. And then we turn into salespeople because you're pushing a product that you've never really tried. So thank you so much for sharing that, Monica. I absolutely love that. I'm going to move on really quick to the business because I spend way too long talking about the products all the time. I can't help it. I'm really sorry. I just love our products. But the company basically, so the company's mission, I mentioned it earlier, is really just simply to inspire healthy living all over the world. And for me, like, that is something that really resonated true with me. Like, my business story, I'll tell you very quickly, is I graduated from university 2 years ago from a fashion degree. I loved my course, worked my absolute butt off, got a first in my degree, which I am proud to this day about. You know, getting a first in university is not easy. Like, I don't care what anyone says. So I worked high and low, 18-hour days nonstop, and I've never been a stranger to hard work. So, like, bring it is my attitude. But for me, I was supposed to go to Sweden on a job, and it didn't happen. I put all my eggs in one basket, and that fell through. And then I started teaching at university, and I was waitressing and full time. And waitressing is really what showed me that I liked helping other people. And I didn't know if I wanted to do this business, but the products really spoke so much volume to me that I had to. I really felt I had a responsibility to share this with other people, because I had so many friends that weren't healthy. I still do, you know, and I had so many friends that didn't really, they just went out and partied hard and got wrecked, and then after the weekend would feel crap for 4 days, and then we'll do it again. And I was just like, really? Like, is that life? So to be part of something that just really wants to help inspire, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still go out and get wrecked, but the thing is, like, you just recover quicker. So and for me, the business is the fact that, like, I get to do this on my terms. It's my business. I am my own boss. I run my life. I decide when to get up in the morning. I decide when to go to work, and I decide who is in my team. If I don't connect with someone, like, we're not of the same energy or, you know, anything like that, like, I really kind of can tell if someone's got similar thinking to me, because we just click. And if we don't, then I know that maybe they wouldn't be the perfect fit for my team. But I'm very lucky that I have some amazing women and men in my team right now, who I just gel with. But, like, in my other jobs in the past, when I used to be a waitress, like, I don't always, you know, you don't always get to pick who you work with. And unfortunately, you got to do that job, whether you like who you work with or not, you know? So for me, the traditional 9 to 5 route was never what I wanted to do. I mean, I didn't know that until really I kind of got rejected from the job in Sweden. And then now I thank my lucky stars I never did that. I don't really believe in the 40-40-40 rule, which is where you work for 40 years of your life, 40 hours a week, and you retire for 40% of the pay. I'm sorry, but that just don't make sense to me. Like, I ain't up for that. So for me, what I love about this business is I get to do what I want. I get to find other people like me to be in my team. I don't have to work with anyone I don't like. And if I want to earn more money, then guess who that's down to? Me, not the hours that I put into, or not how much I get tipped. So it's crazy, because, like, the two biggest problems in the world are health and finance, right? health, we undoubtedly have a product that can help people. You don't know what way, because everybody's bodies are different, but guaranteed they'll feel some sort of benefit. And the second thing is finance. Everybody needs more money. And we have a business that not only helps you become more financially independent, but you get to help other people, which that gift in itself is more magical than the paycheck that you get yourself. So jobs are becoming more fragile now. You know, the whole 9 to 5 system is just not, it's just not going anywhere, guys. Like, and if you don't realize that, then I really encourage you to just do some research into it. Really ask yourself, you know, what is it I really want? And is what I'm doing really going to get me there? Could you do with an extra, you know, £200 a month? Because if you could, then maybe this is something that could help you. So this is how normal businesses work. We have a CEO that sits at the top. Then you have a board of directors, regional managers, etc., etc. And then at the end, you're left with cleaners and, you know, people like me who used to be waitresses and shop assistants. And there's no disrespect to any of you. What I'm trying to say to you is that system, there's only one CEO, right? There's only one. There aren't millions. There's only one CEO of the whole of Tesco. Imagine Tesco, right? Tesco is a supermarket in Britain, if you're not watching this from the UK. So the thing is with that is you can work your way up. You could be working there for, let's say, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. Oh my God, 10 years till 20 years. And I've just lost my page and it's really annoying me. And you are, unfortunately, like, there's always people flying in from other positions, from other places, getting the job before you, and you're busting your gut, and someone else gets picked and they joined 2 weeks ago. Like, that does not look good in my eyes. And that is the way that those kind of companies work. And that is basically every company in the world, unfortunately, apart from a few. And if you think about, kind of, some people will say to you, oh, it's one of those pyramid schemes. I encourage you and I dare you to ask them, do you know what a pyramid scheme is? Number one, pyramid schemes were made illegal in the 70s. So if any of you know me, do you really think I'd be involved in something illegal? Like, I wouldn't. I'm sorry, that just doesn't suit my image. So, like, no. So for me, what I love about this business is, one, we're totally legal, in case anybody else asks you. I'm not going to explain pyramid schemes. I'll do that another time. And this is how our business works. So you all start at the bottom, doesn't matter who you are and where you come from, and you all have the potential to be an NMD, which is what we call the pinnacle position in our business. So you work your way up by getting customers and helping people with their health and helping people financially. So I'm just going to check what this says. Right, okay. Oh, great. Okay. So you work your way up to the top by you helping other people, and you help other people get to the top. It's not just about you, it's about everyone else but you, which is why I love this business, because modeling's amazing, it's great, but the income that you get, you don't really see for 3 months, even when you've done a really well-paid job, because that's the way the world works in modelling. And you can't rely on that, you know, and you're starting out as a model. How can you rely on, like, not getting your £3,000 job until 3 months later? Like, what are you going to do for 3 months? Like, seriously? So it's not like you can go on the dole either, because you're actually classed as working. So it's just ridiculous. So with this business, it means that I have some money coming in every month that helps me out. And at the other end of the spectrum, if I had a bad day casting, you know what I do? Go straight back on my phone and go and help somebody else. And the beauty of this is, you know what I just did? I looked around for my phone and realized I'm on my freaking phone. Anyway, the beauty of this business is that I get to work from my mobile phone. Doesn't matter where in the world I am, where in London I am. I can be on the tube and I'm replying to messages and I'm all groovy, you know? So that's just something I really love. You can work from anywhere in the world. I'm going to America in 8 days. I can't wait. And I'm going to be working harder than ever in America because I'm going to have so much more time. So isn't that awesome? Next, I just kind of really want to show you quickly kind of like how this business model works, how you can get to the top. So I did a diagram somewhere and I lost it. But before I show you the diagram, I'll explain there's 4 things we do in this business. The first thing is you never sell to anyone. 95% of the population don't like to sell. Guess what? You ain't selling, baby. So you just share the products with people. You start taking the products, you feel the benefits, and you share the products with people. That's all you ever do. I will train you and coach you and mentor you on how to share these products with the people you love and even people you don't know. A lot of people I have on my team I've never even met, you know, and it's just great because we just connect and you can tell if you like someone or not. you know, through social media. So that's fine. The second thing is that all mail order. So that means that the only products you have in your house are your products. You don't hold any stock whatsoever. You have a virtual office that you do everything on. The third thing is it's just all about networking, finding other people that you want to help, finding other people. I know there's someone on this call that I invited tonight who I literally just started speaking to half an hour ago, and she was saying how she wanted more money, and I was like, wait a minute, what if I can show you something that I do? And as long as you always come from a place of love, always come from a place of integrity, then you're never going to go wrong, because no one likes selling to, no one likes trying to scam anyone, and that's the best thing. No one's trying to scam anyone. We're just trying to help each other out. So the final thing is you get to pick and choose who you work with. So if you find someone that really wants to be in your business and you don't like them, then guess what? You don't have to sign them up. Like, simple as that. You're helping them out more than anything. Like, you don't need them. They need you more than you need them. And I want every single one of you to remember that with anything in life. Like, you don't need them. They need you more than you need them. So please remember that. And you become off desperate otherwise, you know? So that's kind of like really all I want to talk about. There is no risk in this business. You pay £50 to join and that's it. You spend more than that on a night out or on a jumper if you're me. It's all down to you. How hard you want to work is how much you get out of this. And the best thing is, it's not really hard work. You're not bricklaying at 5 a.m. You are sat on your phone talking to people. Like, that's quite simply it. The beauty of network marketing, which is the business model that we have, is that you build your dream team, you pick who you want to work with. You know, there's no flash cars. There's no like, oh, get to this level and win this. Like, it's just the money. Like, you can choose what you want with the money. Money is not everything. Money, you know, is not the be all and end all, but you know what money gives you? It gives you freedom. It gives you a chance to do what you want to do, the chance to leave your waitressing job, which I'm just doing, which is a dream of mine I've had since bloody 8 years ago when I started. You know, you do this how you want to, you do it at your own pace, and I'll work with you and I'll meet you there. So I am going to hand you over to Mo. She's going to just tell us her story, why she said yes to this business and what she really loves about this business more than anything. And then we'll finish the call.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Tosh. Well,
thank you for talking.
What's that?
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, my pleasure. So, well, my name is Mo, and I'm from New York. And one of the things about this business is before Juice Plus, I used to work in the beauty industry. I was a esthetician and a hairstylist, and you know, you work however many hours, and when your clients come in, you get paid. And if they don't show up, you don't get paid. I made really good money. I loved what I did, and I loved to help people feel better. And that's one of the beauties of this business, is that you can help people feel better through their health with the product, or with wealth through the opportunity. And since Juice Plus, I've met so many friends around the world, like everybody here on this Zoom call, who we're going to meet in person soon. And I'm really excited about that, because I've been friends with a lot of people virtually. And at each conference that we have, which is something that everybody should come to, it's a big party, you get to meet people that you've been friends with for years virtually, and then you get to actually hug them, which I'm excited about. And what I'm most excited about is that I love to travel, and I love to help people, and I love to make people feel better. So with this business opportunity, I get to travel, and I get to get paid to live a healthy lifestyle. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? So I don't know why anybody else isn't in this business, you know. I think it's like the best thing in the whole world. I don't know why everybody isn't doing it. So with your help, everybody here, we'll get everybody in the world to do it with us, because it's so simple. All you do is eat healthier, get paid, make friends. That's it. So I'm going to show you something. My sister is in business, and so we both wrote down the reason that we joined Juice Plus. And I said, let's start our sentence, so that, and finish it. So this is my so that. So that I can live on my terms, so that I can travel the world, so that I can have my own international business for $50, so that I can inspire and show others that there is a better way, so I can help someone else fire their boss, so I can meet people and create more friendships in other countries, so I can take a day off whenever I feel like it, so I can make a positive impact in our beautiful world so that I can live life. Back to you.
Love it. That was so awesome. What an amazing way to end the call. Woohoo! That was so good. I loved it.
One thing that we say on our call, I just have to share. If
Please.
not this, then what?
Yeah.
Not now, then when?
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. Like, if not now, 100%. I think that's such a way to end the call. Like, you just, you said it to a T, because more than anything, like, if this isn't for you, then fine, but please go and find what is for you. Don't sit and suffer in a job that you hate and get to 45 and be like, what did I do with my life? Don't do that. It's soul destroying. And at the moment, weirdly enough, I connect and meet new people all the time. And I live in one of the best cities in the world. People tell me it's the best city, but I haven't seen enough cities to say that yet. And I meet people all the time that are just super incredible. And you know what I say to them? Like, I always go into Tesco late at night on a Friday night or a Thursday night, and I am so friendly with all the people that work there now. And I met one of the newbies. He doesn't do nights normally. And he was talking to me, and I was like, "How's your day?" And he said, "Oh yeah, same day, different day, same old stuff, right?" And I'm like, well, my friend, the only person that can change that is you. And I took him back so much that he was like, you're so right. And then we just had a big conversation where I was telling him, like, if not this, then what? Like, if this isn't what makes you happy, then go and find something that does. And if this isn't for you, then fine. But I encourage you, there's someone in your life that needs these products, and there is someone in your life that needs this business. So don't be selfish. Seems extreme. In my eyes, it's not. Don't be selfish and not share this with someone, because you just never know whose life you might be able to change, even if it's not for you. Okay? So thank you all for joining. If you want to connect with me, if you haven't already, then you're more than welcome to do that on Facebook. I'm Tasha Minter. Instagram is Natasha Minter. And everyone else, if they want to share next time, then I can't wait to see. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Sunday wherever you are in the world. And if you're watching this back, then big love and respect for joining us later. Okay, bye.
Bye.